Hey, it's Gabe with API Nation. Today I'm going to show you how you can sync Chime with KW commands. So you can use these two awesome apps together seamlessly. If you add contacts to one, they'll get added to the other. If you do work in one, that work will show up in the other app. It's super easy. It's going to make you way productive and it's easy to set up. Let me show you how. First thing you're going to do is go into KW command, and here in KW command there is a little logo here, a little icon for the marketplace. So I'm going to click on that. It's going to take me out to the KW marketplace, which is full of awesome goodies, including API Nation integrations. So I'm going to search in here for Chime. And there it is right at the top, KW command and Chime. So I'm going to click view details. And you can read a little bit about it, but it's pretty straightforward. You're going to connect these two apps together and share contacts. So I'll go ahead and click buy now. It's going to take me through the buying process, and then we'll get to the activation. So once you make the purchase, there's going to be a button here to go to My Apps. So go ahead and click that. And My Apps is where you're going to go to create the integration. So you've purchased the integration. Now you actually need to create and activate it. So I'm going to click here. That's going to pop me out to API Nation. And now we just have to connect Chime. So I'll go ahead and click the button to connect Chime. I've already signed in on this browser, so it's just going to pull that up, connect it, and I'm going to authorize this connection. All right, so we've made the connection. Now we're going to create the workflows. So there's a few options here when we're creating the workflows. For instance, down here you can see you'd like to sync Chime to KW command. You can also sync KW command to Chime. You can choose either or both, whichever you would like. As these contacts come over from KW command, you can check this box to sync everybody who's currently in KW command into Chime. Or you can uncheck the box, and that means the sync is just going to watch KW command from now on. And anybody new or changed, it'll sync into Chime. Same thing here for Chime. Do I want everybody who's in Chime in KW command, or do I just want anybody new today going forward? There's also this box here, do not overwrite information in KW command. I'd suggest probably checking that. This means if a contact currently exists in KW command and Chime, we're going to go ahead and go with the KW command information rather than the Chime information. So that sounds good. Also, you can choose if you want to set your contacts as leads. Are you importing leads or are you importing contacts? I'm importing leads, so I've checked this box. Finally, at the bottom, I'm not using any other contact sync. So if you're using any other platforms to do this, which is highly unusual, but if you happen to be, go ahead and go turn those off first and then come back here and activate this. I'm not, so I'm going to check the box. All right, you can see we've created two workflows. Their status is draft, so they're not yet active. So I'm just going to click this setup so that I can go through this one last time, do a final check, and then activate. So this workflow is sending my Chime leads to KW command. So I don't want to sync all leads, I just want today going forward. I can also filter by source, groups, the agent assigned, or tags. So if I'd like to filter the people going into KW command, I can do that. For example, maybe I only want people in Chime from a certain source, or maybe I only want them from a certain zip code, or from a certain group. I could do that. I could just click on it, source, contains, Facebook. So then I'm only going to sync over contacts into KW command who source has the word Facebook. Totally up to you. I'm going to go ahead and clear that out. I want to get everybody in KW command. I'm trying to use these two pretty closely. Last step, here's the mapping, first name, last name, email, phone. We do most of this for you. If there's anything else you want to add, any other blank spots, you can just click in here and look for the field you want to fill in. For example, it looks like Chime tags are going into tags. Up here in preferred name, I'm just going to go ahead and add first name, space, last name. And I can come down here and date of birth. I'm going to go ahead and add this birthday. And this all looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and activate this sync. Great, so now this is up and running. I'm going to go back to my syncs. And I'm going to activate the second half, KW command into Chime. Very similar setup. Do I want to sync everybody in command into Chime or just anybody I add today going forward? Do I want to overwrite information in Chime or just fill in the blanks? I want to fill in the blanks. I don't want to overwrite. Do I want to assign it to a specific agent in Chime or just put it in general? And then here again is the general filter, and again the mapping. First name, last name, primary. I'm going to go ahead and pull that birth date over in here. All right, this all looks good, so I'm going to go to the top and activate that sync also. And there we go. I now have 2 syncs running. It's got Chime and KW working together, mirroring each other, so any work I do in one is automatically mirrored in the other app. So that's it. That's how you can connect KW Command to Chime. It's a great option for agents and teams who would like to use both of these apps. They like some of the tools in one app, they like some of the tools in the other app, and they don't want to sacrifice anything. Now you can just connect them so all the work you do in one is reflected in the other. If you need any assistance setting this up for you or your team, go to apination.com/KW. There you can call us, send us an email, and even set up a live session of support. We're API Nation, connecting the world's applications. We love doing this stuff.